This is your weekly vibe and mantra.
This is your weekly vibe and mantra
For May 25th.
May 25th, 2019. So you look like?
Hi, my name is Kimmie Rose, and this is, as Jossie said, your weekly vibe and mantra for the week of May 25th all the way to June the 1st. And I just wanted to take a moment to share with you a tree. And this is a tree I share with everyone every year, that it always bears a face. And I always put a contest out on Facebook for people and other social media, and I give out, this year I'm giving a free regression. So if you'd like to have a past life or even in between lives, life between, KimmieRose.com, and we'll be posting the actual video from Facebook, and you can know where to join up. And I'm real excited. We'll be giving away a regression and lots of new things to come, but here's the face. I'm going to share it with you. Jocelyn kind of gave, and we won't give away anything, but she was saying what she felt like it looks like. Every year it gives us some type of something for our imagination. So what do you feel like that looks like? And what you can do is you can go over to KimmieRose.com, and it will guide you to the link. And it will guide you to the link, and you can actually sign up and join the social media page and win a past life regression or a past life, and you will win. Go over to KimmieRose.com and check out the video and the contest, and then you can follow that link and you can give what you feel like it looks like. I'm giving away a free past life regression or live between lives session. So the more people that share it, the more opportunities you have to win. Also, there'll be some free readings and astrology charts and a lot more. Check it out. Hi, my name is Kimmie Rose. Welcome to the weekly vibe and mantra. I cannot believe it's May the 26th all the way to June 1st, 2019 AD. And Jossie, my granddaughter, is here, and she was doing an intro. She's a triple Gemini, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Ascendant. So she's all about it. She's going to be the next person to be up on YouTube sharing wisdom.
I already have a YouTube channel, only one video.
Oh, she's got one video already, so we'll share Jossie's YouTube channel. Wouldn't that be neat to do that?
I have to ask my sister or my cousin what it's called.
So this week I actually shared with you my tree, and this tree bears some amazing imagination type. We get mushrooms growing on it, and it's in the shape of a heart, the opening, and it bears a face, or it bears like different things every year. I get excited. This is the 5th year that I've been sharing it on social media and asking people to look beyond the veil of what they see right in front of them and look into, let their imagination guide them and see what is really there. And so one of the things that I've been telling everyone is that this is a time that we are really called for to manifest the things in our life that we are supposed to be doing, living, being. And this week is all about looking deeper, and looking deeper not within the physical 3D reality, but seeing more into the 5D reality that you were truly born into. You were born in this life. As you can see, my granddaughter, she can use her imagination, and she makes things real. Like, she wants to do something, she just does it. How long does it take you as an adult to go through the process of getting there? You might like say, I'm gonna make a video, and then you pass like dishes that need to be done, and then you pass all these things that you need to do, and we often forget to take the time to really connect with what it is that we feel. Well, the wind chimes are chiming, that Mother Earth is calling you and asking you to step in to that 5D reality and embrace the life you were meant to live. I'm going to share a little bit more. I'm going to actually take the camera in the house where it's not so windy. You can hear me a little better. But I wanted just to share a little bit of nature with you, and also let you know that when you take the time to really, really dive into the sound of nature and everything that is just present with the mother, as your mother gave birth to you, and when she cut that umbilical cord, she allowed people to do it, whoever did it. She was giving permission for the Earth Mother to be your mother that you lived on, and you lived your life and you shared your life with, and she is here to nurture you. So I'm going to take some time to share with you the beauty of nature, and then I will be back with your weekly Vibe and Mantra.
Mommy, got to share this.
Hi, I'm Kimmie Rose, and this is this week's Vibe and Mantra. I just was sharing earlier just a picture of the tree, and sharing a little bit about how you can see beyond the veil. Seeing beyond the veil, that's the energy and the vibe this week. The vibe is really strong, and it's asking you not to see everything as you may think it is right now. For instance, situations in your life, whether it be conflicts with people in your life, people that may be presenting themselves a certain way or accused of things, a lot of judgments. This is a time period where you really, really want to be sure not to jump to conclusions, not to grab onto the first negative thing. We have triggers in our life, and the triggers are things that affect us with current situations that may have affected us with past situations in our life. So for instance, maybe you were in a relationship and you're used to people letting you down or leaving your life. This is really important right now, that if you have a relationship in your life, you don't just assume when somebody acts a certain way that means that they're doing exactly the same thing that other people will do. This is a time period right now where you probably have already met someone or are with someone and made up your mind about what you want, and you may be going through a transition. The most important thing I would say is to see beyond the veil, meaning sometimes what you see on the surface is not always what you see on the inside. So it's really important to embrace what is on the inside. And remember, it's from the inside out we see. It's full transparency. So this week it's important to really, really take the time to connect with the deeper parts of yourself in terms of frequency. That means really exercise your intuition. And we have amazing intuition. We're all born with it. One of the things I always like to share with people is practice. If you want to see an apple see an apple. Can you see it in your mind? Taste an apple. Bite into an apple. Feel your water mouth. Your mouth is watering. Maybe you don't like apples. How does it make you feel? Can you hear yourself crunching it? You definitely have a taste. Look at it again in your mind's eye. Connect. When you think of an apple, what do you think of? For me, I think of a teacher. Anytime, in these days, I've taken the apple, and I do that with all kinds of things. And if all of a sudden I'm talking to someone and I see an apple, that is a sign or a symbol for me to know that there's something that is here to teach me. Like, I always see it, because when I was a kid, I have that association in a positive way, and this is through developing my intuition with symbols. So an apple represents, to me, teaching or learning something, because I would always take an apple to my teacher, and I do that with my kids too. So here are the deeper parts of things, whatever it is. Another example is if I taste the taste of sweet and low, I can always tell when I taste that somebody might be diabetic. Where do I get that? I get that just from my grandpa, who was diabetic. And I remember one time tasting, and it was like, ugh. I didn't like the taste, but it's just things I associate with. So what I want you to do is really practice your intuition. And so whether it is just remembering what it's like when somebody runs their nails down the board, just like, how does that make you feel? Can you hear it? Can you see it? Feel it? And just start working with your senses, waking up your senses, so that when you take yourself out into relationships, situations with other people, you're not so focused on what's in front of you. Like with me, I want you to know, like, you're looking at me, but maybe you can go deeper. I hope you can. And listen to the bird. There's a bird that's singing one tone. I love it. We call it the cheeseburger bird. It says cheeseburger. As you know, there's a cheeseburger bird out there. It's pretty cool. Anyways, this is a week that I really, really want to invite you to see beyond what is right in front of you. If somebody is reacting in a certain way that may seem obnoxious or loud, maybe it's someone that is getting picked on, or maybe it's just like annoying. You feel this annoyance. Or maybe you're annoyed with someone because everyone else says that. Ask yourself, what do you feel? Connect. The more you use those exercises that I just shared, the more you're going to be able to really feel things for yourself. And the more you're going to be able to wake up. And waking up is so important, because the more we wake up inside, the more we wake up that beautiful part of ourselves that has the ability to connect with our own intuition. I always tell people, you know what? You can call me and I can help you, but I know that after we talk, you're going to develop these things because you have them inside of you. And so for me, the way I do it is I was asked this. Somebody asked me, how do you work with your intuition? I mean, when you're talking to someone. Well, the first thing that I observed was, as I'm talking to someone, I see a movie in my head. I'm actually hearing their story. It's a picture in my mind, and I'm out of my story. I'm not even in my story. I'm able to immerse myself into the whole reality that they're living. And if we start talking about someone else they're with, I can feel that other person. I can feel them. And it's just so natural. I've done it so many times that it's so easy to connect with. So here's a good exercise. When you're talking to someone and they're explaining something to you, allow yourself to click on the movie in your mind, that camera in your mind. So here, I'm going to do it with you right now, because it's really important to see past this, what you're seeing now, and to be able to feel deeper. And don't try too hard. Just do these exercises and it will naturally come to you. You will naturally reconnect with something that you have most likely put asleep. And if you haven't, bless you. Bless your parents for encouraging you to continue to use that part of yourself, the creative part of yourself. So here, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was a child, I used to sit on my dad's lap up in Algonquin Park. It was usually around 11:30 at night. He would set me on his lap and we would look up into the stars. We were way up in northern Ontario, and you could see the stars just like a blanket right above you, as if you were part of them. It was so beautiful. It was as if only myself and my Father existed in that moment. Those stars were such teachers, and he would share stories with me and say, we would look at shooting stars. You see a shooting star right now, just falling. There it is, shooting down. And he'd say, I wonder where that landed. Do you know what they look like? And then he would talk to me that maybe there are people from other planets around. You never know. So we would then just sit and talk and then get quiet. And then go into the camper where my brother and my mom were and sleep. And in the morning when it was light, we would go pick blueberries. One time we were going to pick a blueberry and there were bears there. And I remember my father telling us to be very quiet as he had the bravery to get us away. We did have a few blueberries with us. So when we got back to our camper, my mom put those blueberries on our oatmeal or porridge, she called it, and we ate our cereal and we sat at the picnic table. Were you able to experience that picture in your mind? If not, rewind this and go back over it and picture in your mind exactly the story that I just told. And notice, did you notice anything about it? Did anything come to you? If you want to make some comments about that, please let me know. I'll tell you if you picked up things. I bet you did, because I set the intention that you could see beyond the veil. And when I talk to people, I am always expressive like that. And I always ask people to put that expression into your life. If you're talking to someone, explain it through that reflection of hearing, seeing, feeling, tasting, smelling. The more we connect with those different senses, the more we will open up, and the more we will wake up to that which is part of our world. This is a time, this week especially, where you are going to be digging in deeper and getting some solid answers of what you should be doing, whether it's staying in your career, changing it, maybe what you should, if you're trying to pick out a class, or something you want to do if you have a relationship. You will get solid pictures, and I'm really asking you to develop that which is already a part of you, to develop that which you are already given, so that you can be given a clear sight of where you're going. And I will tell you that you will get clear sight. I just don't want you to get lost in the distortions that are going to also be there, that might make you paranoid, that might take you into a place where you're stuck. And that's not where you want to be. This week, this is a call out for you to really, really move in to that fifth dimension of your mind, the one that you were born into. Many people say that we're just entering into the fifth dimension. The truth is we have been in it since we were born. We just forgot how to live in it, because as we got older, those things, that logic, the responsibilities, those things began to fall away, and we just began to see things in 3D as it is here. Heck, we even think we got to go to a 3D movie and put those glasses on to see things coming at us. Trust me, I don't need the glasses. As a matter of fact, when I put those on, it freaks me out because I'm already feeling those things. If I'm in a car, I'm feeling myself moving. I can even feel the car when something's going on with it. Really be in touch, but remember to ground and be. I had the blessing of taking a private yoga class, and Stillwater Yoga, by the way. And it was really amazing because she taught me an exercise where I was standing and I put one foot up, like in a four side of like a, if I can do it, because I have a dress on. I'm trying to be ladylike.
I'm not sure I
but
understand.
Siri's talking. So where I was to put my leg up and put my legs up, my hands out. Now, right now, you can see me. I'm like able to balance that. Well, when I did the exercise, I was all over, man. It was terrible on my right side. Then when I did on my left side, it was fine. And she said, you are so into that creative side that you need to get that organization in. So that's why today I was like, okay, I'm going to do my weekly vibe and mantra. I have to do this. I have my grandkids. Then we're going to go to the movies, and we're going to do this, this, and that. And I have been working so hard at the other part. Now, I'm encouraging all of you to work on this other side of your mind, the side that wants you to see. And many of you may already have this, but I'm going to ask you to take a step further. Help others by simply explaining things. Explaining things. Like I said, when I went to the class, I was feeling a little anxious. But I had went to that class because I have had this feeling in me that in order to continue on my path, I needed to embrace something more within myself, because I am ready for the next phase of my evolution, of my journey in my life. And in order to really be in touch, I need to find that balance, that inner balance, that inside out. So working with the neurological system, I have been through some crazy things with health, and I'm like, I am not taking those paths anymore. Like, literally, when you're told to go, you got to go see a psychiatrist because you're not cooperating with the doctors. And my doctor is a really nice person. She's really more into what is natural. But they don't know what to do with me because I'm like, this isn't going to work. I don't like this feeling. I don't like the feeling of those antidepressants. They make me feel outside of myself. And I know the message I got was, you have to feel. You need to feel, Kim. And I think in this age that we're in, we do need to feel. And so many people, they are not feeling, because it's like, well, you know what, I'm going through menopause, which I am, like I told my teacher. And it was like, sometimes you need things to get through. And I'm like, but don't we need menopause? I mean, why would we be given menopause? Maybe menopause is a beautiful cycle that we're supposed to feel so deeply, just like when we're pregnant. And you're not taking a bunch of things when you're pregnant because you're pregnant and you want to experience that and you want your baby to be healthy. But I feel the same thing with menopause. As a matter of fact, this is a time where it's probably the strongest time that a lot of women are like, oh, I can't take this vibration. But to me, I feel like I want to feel it. And I am. And it might drive sometimes people around me crazy, but a lot of people say, you know, it seems like you're even more balanced. And I know the reason for that is because I am disciplining myself, the inner part of myself. So I'm going to ask you to discipline yourself by learning to move into the 5D world and exercise your intuition. This is my goal. I will, and I intend to teach everyone that they have all the knowledge inside of them. And this fall, I'll be starting a tour in Honolulu, Hawaii. I'll be releasing my book, Wake Up Your Intuition, in Honolulu, Hawaii, with The Bomb and 1027 The Bomb. And it is a wonderful radio station, Keola and Rolla. And I can't wait, Ohana Broadcasting, because all the people in Hawaii are wonderful. I've met so many awesome people. So it's a really awesome time to start this journey. I intend to start it this fall, and I am already starting by planning events and redoing my website, doing all kinds of things. So as I take that time, and you will see me on here teaching you more and more about how to use your intuition. That's what my book is about. It's called Wake Up Your Intuition. I've had the blessing of teaching this to doctors, to teaching this to some so that they can feel and connect with their patients. I mean, blessings like working with Dr. Patch Adams, teaching it at a conference. So it's a very, very grounded book that teaches things from a perspective of science also. So it's not all foo-foo. I'm an Aquarius, so for me, I like to also put real things based on our whole chemical our biochemical system, our nervous system, how we work. I even have a half of a brain. It's not real, it's like foam, but it shows people exactly what the neurotrophins are doing when you start to open up your intuition, and it starts to show these frequencies that exist within you and how you are actually activating your electromagnetic system, and you're able to ward off certain dis-ease, certain thoughts that once controlled you. Oppression. That's right, oppression. You have the ability to synchronize yourself to harmony, whatever you want. You do not have to be living in the filter of anything that has oppressed or depressed you. For me, I had to learn not to take everything in from other people, because I would do that. And nobody did that intentionally. It's just something I do. I listen, then somebody walks away feeling great, and then I was like, ugh. So this is all about really connecting with the higher parts of myself. So I just ask you to take the time and to connect with yourself this week. And I'm just going to take a moment here and share with you something I feel that's really special, and I had wrote it. It is the weekly vibe and mantra. And I hope that it will touch you in a way that it has touched me. Now I want to share the weekly vibe and mantra and just remind you that whatever has happened to you in the past, even the past 3 years, especially since 2007, remember to be thankful for where it brought you. Where you are is exactly where you're meant to be. Remember that. And let's do the weekly vibe and mantra and ring the bells. And just calm. I allow myself to open my eyes and see what I can see. The things that are a part of me, to see behind and beyond the veil before I close them forever. One more time, I'm going to simplify it. I allow myself to open my eyes and to see with them all that I can see beyond the veil and within it before I close them forever. Open your eyes and see beyond what you are seeing now. See, feel, experience life differently. Create movies. If you want to truly experience the world, experience it with your eyes closed sometimes. Listen to someone when they talk. You name it. Look at birds. I was thinking about dogs, how they, when you're talking about them, like right now I'm talking about my dog. He wasn't doing it, but his ear is back. That's what they do. You have this ability, and I ask you to also experience that. And if you would like more information on how to wake up your intuition, or want information on my tour schedule, or are interested in having me come and do an actual class, I do have a process that I'm sharing with people when I come and I do the book signing and during the book release in different places. The first night I'll be doing a gallery reading. The second night second day I will be, or night, however you want to do it. It's a process of 3 days. I will be teaching about waking up your intuition, a workshop, and then doing a book signing. It's a 2 to 3 day event, and I'm excited to see people in their area, to be traveling and going to different areas. I already have some things set up now, but starting in Honolulu, Hawaii this fall. So this will go from the end of 2019 into 2020. lighttheway.com or kimmierose.com. And we are updating our app, my app, going to be synchronizing it thanks to Gordon Harris. I cannot thank you enough for coming into my life. Gordon has been a wonderful promoter for me And I would encourage you, if you're looking for somebody to do your promotions, reach out to him. He does a great job. Go over to download Kimmie Rose. You can get that in your app store, either whether it's Apple or Android. Also, go on over to KimmieRose.com. And if you're interested in the tour, you can go click on EPK. That's the electronic press kit. You can download it and get more information on it. And if you'd like to schedule an appointment with me or one of the other amazing Prisms of Light, please call 734-854-1514 or go over to litetheway.com and you'll see all that information at the end of this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to be present with me, and I'll talk to you all next week. And do me a favor, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you don't, give me a thumbs up. Peace.
Static is just forming some chords and some walls. I'm static without the ends, and every breath of hers was a thorn and desire, and every petal's blushing red. It's on my fingertips, and my electric lights become